Hello, welcome to Promise Resource Network. This is Body, Mind, Spirit with me. I'm Jane. My hair is very big today. I think it's because the other day it rained. Because this is what happens. My hair exponentially takes up more space. Whoosh. But I noticed that my neck stays warmer and then I stay more cozy. So I want to give everyone a moment to tune in. And when you tune in, if you let me know you're here, that would be amazing. Thank you in advance. Um, Before we begin, I would like to share some information. So I'm going to show you the front desk number. It's on the screen, and I'll say it out loud. So the front desk number to Promise Resource Network is 704-390-7709. You can call the welcome desk. You'll talk to Kim. She's amazing. If you're looking for more ways to volunteer, to show support, to donate, if you're looking for opportunities to maybe be a peer support or you need some peer support, if you want more information about Promise Resource Network, maybe you have some ideas. So give the front desk a call and Kim will guide you to the right person to connect with. So if you want to know that number, y'all. And also, I want to share with you the warm line. So this number is 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's free, it's confidential. It is a place to call for a listening ear. So, say you just want to talk to somebody, you want to share an idea, you want to share a struggle, you need some support, whatever it is you need, call this warm line. It's free, like I said, and the number is 833-390-7728. So, like I said, it's all day, every day. Loving people on the other end, so you can call that number for some extra support in your life. So, hopefully those will stay in your mind, in your heart. You jotted them down. You can always take a screenshot. I want to say good morning to everybody that's saying hey as you're hopping on. My mom is here. Charles is here. Sharon is here. Roberta is here. Oh, it's so good to see you all hopping on today. I feel very rhymey. I feel rhymey. Not to be confused with grimy. It's totally different. So I want to know how you all are doing. How are you feeling today? Like how's your body feeling? How's your mind feeling? How's your heart? Your spirit? Tell me y'all what's up. How are you? Good morning. Alan is joining us. Yay! I'm really curious how you all feel today and how you felt this weekend. I want to share with you something that happened in the cosmic realm that may offer some clarity if you had some symptoms this weekend. And while you hopefully tell me how you feel, I'm going to drink some of my kombucha. Very good one, y'all. Oh my gosh, California citrus. It has vanilla in it. It has to have vanilla in it. It tastes like it has vanilla in it. Yes, it's so good. Mm. Oh, this is perfect, y'all. So they put a little quote on the bottle, and I haven't looked at it until just now. But the topic I want to talk about today is getting back in touch with nature and kind of what that actually looks like in different ways that maybe we haven't explored before and kind of get some new ideas. But the check this out, y'all. The quote on the words of enlightenment on the kombucha bottle is being organic is not just what you eat, but how you live. Can't make that up. Can't make that up. Perfect. So let me know how y'all are feeling. Roberta shares that she got her first dose of the vaccine, and that she used to make her own kombucha. Oh no, mom's not feeling so hot because her little puppy Gomez had seizures 2 days in a row. That's not good. Little buddy's old. Gomez is old. So we will send some love to you and some grace, and to Gomez some peace. Sorry to hear that. My Alan says that his body feels okay right now and just needs some cheering up to engage in a satisfying, productive day. Well, I'm glad you're tuning in. Hopefully this will cheer you up at least a little bit, or maybe a lot. Let's see. Charles says, feeling really good this morning. Went to Sunday morning meditation sponsored by Habitual Roots, featuring this really good guy. Yeah, thanks, Charles. I'm glad you're feeling really good too. I got to lead a meditation yesterday with Habitual Roots, which is another nonprofit that if you don't know Habitual Roots, follow them. They are to me, they feel very in alignment with Promise Resource Network. They are more mindfulness, yoga, meditation, emotional intelligence based. So very similar to PRN. PRN is more recovery based, but still with that like mindful, loving baseline. But yeah, Habitual Roots. So I get to lead meditations for them, and I'll be doing a cacao ceremony on the 15th, same day that Roberta gets her second vaccine. So yeah. So I'm glad. So it looks like we've got some feeling really good physically, got some emotional not so goods, got some stress going on. Sounds like we're holding down all the facets of how we can be feeling today. So I think that this is going to be a really good opportunity to maybe feel a little better, right? Just feel a little bit better. Let's see. Oh, Roberta's feeling frustration with some job challenges and the application process. Application processes, y'all, that's a process. And I like it. So I feel you on that one. I feel you on the frustration. I wouldn't want to do that either. So I want to share with you all kind of what happened over the weekend to see if you had any symptoms. Okay. Check this out. And Mom, this may explain some of the things that Gomez is experiencing as well. Sharon is saying that her body's feeling better, right? Enjoying the warmer weather today. Don't need quite as many layers of clothing, right? Yes. Yesterday I chose to take a respite with myself, and I laid on the back patio in the sun like a lizard. And it was just nice to feel the warmth of the sun and just spread out, because when I'm all layered and bundled, like everything on me gets super tight, and like my muscles, just everything, my organs are squished. I don't have the space because I'm too cold. So I feel you on that one very much so. And let's see, Roberta's feeling positive though because she got to spend time with family. So we have we're feeling all over the place, right? We've got some frustration, some positive feels all over the place. So we're all feeling really human today, right? We're all feeling the human that we are. So check this out. And some of you may already know this. So if this is a repeat, stick with me. So over the weekend, we had a really big coronal hit on the earth. So a few days prior to this weekend, I think it may have been around Wednesday, Thursday, the sun let out a CME, a coronal mass ejection. So like basically the sun burped, the sun farted, the sun let out a big plasma. Okay, it does this. This one was aiming at the earth, right? So the earth is sitting here doing its earthly thing, and all of this solar energy came like a wave, like a sheet to and surrounding the earth. Because it's light and energy, it doesn't just hit it and bounce off. It came through to the earth, it went into the earth, surrounded the earth. It comes into the magnetosphere, into the ionosphere. It comes into the atmosphere. It comes into the air we breathe. It comes into us. It comes into the soil, into the bedrock, into the oceans, into the mountains, all the way to the core and out through the other side. Because this is the way energy works, right? So think about this, y'all. And tell me if this ties together with maybe what you experienced this past weekend. So Saturday, we had this huge blast of solar energy. What that does is a myriad of things, because all of a sudden now our body is being pummeled with and through with light waves, photons, photon energy. Energy has a lot of information to it, right? Energy is carrying information through what we call space and time. So all this solar energy went into us. When that happens, it can show, good morning, Lauren. It can show up a bunch of different ways on how it affects each individual living being. Okay. So for some, it will activate our central nervous system. Okay. Our central nervous system is what's going to let us feel calm and relaxed, or it's going to allow us and create space for us to feel frustrated, kind of on edge, kind of tense. It may give us a zing of energy and then plummet our energy way down. It also can give us physiological symptoms that are almost up to being flu-like. We can get symptoms of, headache, nausea, dizziness, nosebleeds, extreme lethargy, like a super tired, body aches, body pains, sweats, feelings of cold, fluctuating between all of those things, the feeling of just like, I need to nap. All of a sudden you may cry and not really understand what's going on because you've had a good day, but now you're just feeling the feeling of crying. That's what happens when we get these big solar waves of energy. If you're using my mom's dog as this example, if you're a little baby dog and you maybe have health illnesses, it can exacerbate it. It can make it worse, right? It can bring to light areas that need to be healed, because that's the way nature and light energy works. So, all that being said, did you all have any experiences or symptoms over this weekend, especially Saturday? That was when this big solar wave hit the earth. And hopefully while you answer, good morning, Brandy. And then hopefully while you answer, I'll share with you, there's another one coming to the earth later today, I believe. I think it's like later today. So I'm curious if you had any physical, emotional, or spiritual experiences, because at the same time, I want to read what y'all are saying too. Hey, good morning, Tara. Along with all of these physical and energetic symptoms that can happen when we got this big solar blast hitting the earth, something else that happens, and that did happen for many, because the sun went into Taurus, the moon was in Scorpio, and because everything is like squaring itself, squaring each other in this little galactic dance, a lot of the energy that came in, many people also had spiritual experiences. Maybe they felt more connected with the earth or with the sun or with the cosmos or with God. Maybe they connected with some ancestors, some loved ones who have already passed. Maybe they had a feeling of peace that just came over them. Maybe feelings of clarity came by. In certain traditions, in the Buddha traditions, the way the sun and the moon were lined up is when the Buddha was supposed to come down, right? Or Jesus, right? The Christ consciousness. That's a lot of light. It's a higher frequency, right? So that would kind of go in alignment with all the source of energy, the sun, that just came in and kind of landed in us. So I'm going to check out and see what you all are saying, but if you haven't responded and would like to share, hey, good morning, Travis. I would like to know if you had any symptoms that were just a little bit weird, maybe this weekend, especially Saturday. Let's see. Awesome. Let's see. Sharing about getting the vaccine. It's interesting because, a lot of people are sharing that they're getting the vaccine and they're very excited about it. And I just want to say publicly that I'm choosing to not get the vaccine because it's not in alignment for me. So I just want to celebrate those who choose to get the vaccine and those who choose to not, right? I want to celebrate all choices equally. And not many people share that they don't get the vaccine or that they're not, because there's a lot of judgment around it that I'm noticing. So just putting this out there, that for those of you that choose to not get the vaccine, I celebrate you just as much, because I'm one of you. Alan says he watched the sun go down through the trees last night. Oh yeah. And did you see the moon last night? So pretty. So Tara was feeling a little sadness. I had waves of that. I had a grief wave hit. I had a lot of spiritual experiences. I was in ceremony Saturday because I knew it was coming. So I was setting myself up to receive what I needed to receive. I woke up dizzy, nauseous, and with a nosebleed. By the end of the day, I was feeling much better. I was doing a lot of energy clearings on myself, DNA activations on myself, talking with my guides, all the things. I was fasting for most of the day. I fasted for like the 24 hours and the Sunday, just to keep my frequency steady and not give my body too much to do. And all that to say, I got a vision that brought in this wave of grief for me to make peace with and clear. So I feel you on the little sadness, all that to say, Tara. Alice said, tried very hard to understand my feelings and make peace with myself. Yes, that literally is reflective of the energy that was coming in, is just making peace with self. It's kind of like, you know what? These are the decisions I've made. Yep. I gotta make peace with the decisions I've made, because damn it, I want to make new decisions moving forward. And if I'm still bugged out because of the decisions that I did make, then I'm not going to be in peace to make any clear-headed decisions moving forward, right? I'm so glad you shared that, Alan. That's such a great, like, body, mind, spirit thing, really, like, make peace with self, for sure. Travis said was abnormally in a bad mood Saturday. Yeah, the solar frequencies, the solar energy that came in and walloped the earth activates the central nervous system. So if there's anything that would get on your nerves, imagine it being a little bit more. You all know those air things that flap around outside of like car dealerships. So imagine those being your nerve endings, right? A piece of hair in my mouth. Almost like seagrass or algae, right? And normally they're just like this, right? And then something gets on your nerves and they go, right? They get all like spastastic. That energy that comes in, depending on where I am, what's in my epigenetics, what's happening in my DNA, what's happening in my energetic field. Am I a lot of an empath or a little bit of an empath? Am I taking on other energy, or am I being my sovereign bubble? That energy is going to affect me differently, and it can affect my nerves. So frustration, anger, just like I'm feeling randomly moody can happen big time. I'm glad you have that awareness, Travis. Yeah, Brandy says, was feeling emotional and sat outside in the rain. Yes. And how medicine filled was that, right? Sometimes when we have these like big emotions that come in waves, which for many Saturday especially was a wave day. I talked to a lot of people yesterday and they were feeling ups and downs, high energy, low energy. Talked to a lot of people that were feeling energy of a push and a pull. I'm doing things, I'm moving forward. Oh, now I got to sit and wait. Okay, now moving forward. Oh, and now retract. So there was a lot of that kind of back and forth energy, which can feel very emotional, So I'm glad that you grounded yourself in nature. Yes. Let's see. Lauren says, Saturday was an interesting day for me. In the morning, I was celebratory, and there was a theme of arrival, accomplishment. In the middle of the day, I had a reading that brought up the wolf archetype. And in the afternoon, I had hours of internal reflection and peace. Wow, that's a wave day, right? Like celebration and then almost like reflections, it's this or it's this, Oftentimes when we think about emotional stuff, oh, it was ups and downs. Some people are like, oh, bipolar, or they like give it this label, but it's normal. Like we have these waves of like, I'm going to celebrate an outward expression. I'm going to go inside and reflect and see what's changed in here. Yes. Oh, that's so interesting. Powerful wolf. Yes. Let's see. Alan doesn't recall feeling any different on Saturday. I don't think to look at the moon later in the evening. Oh yeah, check out the moon tonight. It'll still be really big and full. Huge, huge supermoon. Like it's literally closer to the Earth now in its fullness. So it's big, way brighter. Yeah, definitely, Roberta. A lot of people feel that feel very similar. She says, I used to be so indecisive due to feeling like I couldn't trust my own judgments. Yeah. Yep. Anyone know how to mute a Zoom class? I don't. Yeah, Saturday, Roberta says she felt like she needed to cry a lot, just didn't know why. Right. And let's see, Ariel's here. Hey, good morning. How did you feel on Saturday, Ariel? There was a huge solar blast, a big coronal mass ejection hit the Earth, and we're going to be getting another one like super soon. Did anyone have any technology challenges? I wasn't in the tech world. I decided to put it away so I could be with what I needed to be with on Saturday. But when we get these big solar flares that hit the Earth, it can kind of tweak out your technology stuff. Maybe your car just did something weird, or you just can't log into your email, or the email won't send, or like whatever it is. This energy is very impactful when it makes impact, right? So, yeah, interesting. Yeah, Roberta, definitely you were in your feels for sure. Yeah, when the reason I wanted to share this is, getting back in touch with nature is really important, because here's the thing, y'all, that I want us all to remember is that nature is way bigger than you. It's way bigger than me. It is so much bigger. And if I am so far with my head in my like social media, just scrolling world, or I'm so in my head about what I did right and what I did wrong, if I'm so disengaged with nature, then when stuff like this happens, I'm literally almost like having the rug pulled out from under my feet. Nature is bigger than us. I feel it's kind of time to reconnect with nature in a really big way. Message from the universe, if anyone is listening. Big message. Connect back with the earth, with plants, with plant medicine. Like, drop anything that's not serving you, that's wasting your time, right? And get back to something bigger. Ariel says, OMG, makes sense. I tried to plan a surprise party for my boyfriend, and C just decided to hail so hard I had to move it to another day. Whoa. Yeah, right? Nature is no joke. There's I feel I had a conversation with Michael this week, and we'll probably share more of it on Love Talks, just because he was super passionate about it, and watching him passionately talk about something is super pleasurable for me. So I want to share that because I think y'all would enjoy it too. Yeah. Lauren says, I've been feeling a huge pull to connect with nature. I'm feeling connection with plants and trees more than ever have in the past. Yes. Oh, good. I'm glad that you got the shindig, Ariel, that you got it done on Sunday. Not that you got it done, but you got to experience it. But yeah, Lauren, big pull to nature. And not in just a regular, like, I just need to get outside kind of thing, but like, I need to connect with the plants more. I need to connect with this earth. I need to connect in a bigger way. I need to become more present and more in attunement. I need to increase my coherence with the earth, right? My relationship, the way I'm moving with the earth. And when we can do that, right? When we are connected with plants, right? we use plants for this example. We start to have a clearer mind, right? And you know this if you are consistent around eating fruits and vegetables. Like if you dominantly eat, it's predominantly. What else? If you predominantly eat fruits and vegetables, you know you have more clarity in your thought process than if you eat a lot of animal and grain products. It just is. I'm not saying don't eat this and don't eat that. I'm saying if you eat more fruits and vegetables and things that are alive, your brain has more energy to move and the neural pathways talk to each other so much easier. They don't move in this like kind of sluggish way, right? So I'm curious, have you all has anyone else other than Lauren and me been more called to connect with plants, trees, flowers? Roberta planted flowers and she's watching them sprout, right? And it brings you joy to see this thing grow, right? Yes, Lauren says you're right, right? I always feel more focused and attuned when eating more fruits and veggies. Yes, because they are alive. They're still holding that light that came in on Saturday, right? We are still holding that light. So I can either keep this light going, or I can choose to put things into my body, into my mind, and into my spirit that dulls that light down, right? So what are some things that dull that light down to you all? Like what are some examples of what dulls the mental vibrancy? What dulls your body's light? Your light quotient, it's the amount of light you hold in your body. What dulls down the light of your spirit? I need a sip of my kombucha. That was tart. It tasted really good. Yes, Travis says junk food, right? Like junk food, Little Debbie's, honey buns, M&Ms, anything that has chemicals, right? So high fructose corn syrup. I can't even think of chemicals that are in them because they're words they're just long. Processed sugar, table salt. Table salt's not real salt. The way it works on the brain is not what you want. Junk food literally is going to dull you. It decreases clarity of the mind. It changes the rate in which the neural pathways are firing. It changes your blood pressure. So now your blood pressure has gone up. So now you can't think even more. You can't think as clearly even more. Your body starts to feel more inflamed. Your body starts to become more inflamed, right? So now you're starting to move slower. You're moving more sluggishly. You don't have as quick of a movement to you, right? You might start to feel more pain. In your spirit, you don't feel great after you eat a bunch of junk food. You're not like, I just ate a box of Twinkies and 4 bags of chips. I feel so good. Nope. If you eat that, you're not like, oh my God, I feel so full of energy. Let me go be of service to the neighbor. Right? So all that energy starts to drop down. Yeah, Lauren says watching a lot of TV, that will definitely dull your light, right? How does watching TV dull this light that we are, right? So I'm emitting this light, right? This energy from the sun came in on Saturday. We have integrated it into our cells, right? So I can keep that up, right? And watching, the plants outside and being outside. I can keep this up. I can be with neighbors and be in relationship, right? The heart chakra. Or I can go inside, be out of natural light, turn on the TV, and let a man-made light wave come and hit me for hours on end. It's going to dull my skin. It's going to dull my mind because I won't be using my own mind to think creatively or agilely with agility. I won't be thinking with my imagination. Like, it literally is going to dull my mind, and it dulls my spirit because now I'm not in any relationship with anything other than the TV. Yes, definitely. That is junk food. Watching a lot of TV will definitely start to dull the light that we have within us. Mama Jane says fast foods. Yeah, fast foods for sure. You know, they're made with more fillers than real food. And the fillers is just to be able to feed the masses and keep them nutrient deficient. While we're nutrient deficient, our gut bothers us. We have weight issues, we get thyroid issues, we get cancers because we don't have nutrients to properly fuel and create cells. You know, if you go to McDonald's or if you go get a McMeal, how about that? Any drive-through, pick a drive-through, but you go and you get your McMeal and you get a burger that looks like a hamburger, right? If you did your research and really found out what the ingredients were in that McBurger, you would find it ain't no 100% all beef patty. It's not. It's not. It's fillers. The fillers are things that aren't made of light. They were never alive. So now I'm putting dead stuff in my body. So now when I go out in nature, I'm not even comfortable. I'm not, right? Because I'm so far removed from the frequency and energy of the earth itself that I can either, get through the discomfort and just be in the outdoors and kind of immerse myself in that so I can get back to my own natural state. Or what happens usually is I'm going to retract. I'm going to go back inside because I don't like it out there. The bugs bite me. By the way, did you know that more mosquitoes are going to bite you if you have more toxins and stress in your body? They're little love nuggets. They see and sense the poisons in you and they want to suck them out because they use that. That's the blood that they can use, right? If you live a completely stress-free life and you're like eating like super healthy fruits and veggies and juices and water and all this stuff, and you feel peaceful and you love all the bugs, they don't bite so much. Yeah, mosquitoes used to eat me up. And then in 2017, when I had like my big energetic clearing of all things ever, they stopped. And now whenever I get bitten, it's when I'm in a time of stress, and they always bite me in places that are messages for me. Very interesting. Yeah, Lauren says, you didn't know that, right? She says, being in front of my computer screen for hours at work without taking breaks. Yeah, that will dull your light, right? Many of us are on a computer for a big chunk of the day because that's our job, right? Like, it's our job oftentimes to be on a screen, So we can't maybe necessarily just put all the screens away. I get that. And we got to find the balance, right? So if I'm going to have a job where I'm in front of a screen all day or I'm filling out applications all day, right? I'm always on the screen. So how can I balance that? I'm going to eat fruits and vegetables that are organic, fresh. Maybe I grew them myself so that they weren't wrapped in plastic. So I'm not still accidentally byproduct wise eating plastic, right? Because my body doesn't know what to do with that shit either. And I'm going to take breaks. I'm going to take my 15-minute smoke break. I don't smoke, but I'm going to go outside for that 15 minutes. I'm going to breathe fresh air. I'm going to walk around the block. I'm going to feel the sun on my skin. I'm going to go get my hands in the dirt just for a little bit. And that way I can keep holding the light that is in my nature. And then my body is going to feel better. My mind's going to be clear. I'm going to be more productive at work. I'm not going to need to go get that 3 o'clock coffee or caffeine fix because I'm going to feel good because I've gotten more light. This light moves energy faster, and the more fast energy is moving through us, the better we feel, right? We feel that like celebration, we feel zingy, we feel excited, we feel curious, we feel good, we feel joy, you know? And Charles said, Mama told me they bite me because I'm sweet. Well, that too. Um, let's see. Alan says, glad to say I don't eat much, if any, junk food. When I watch TV, it's usually a movie from my collection. I'm focused on gluten-free vegan food, so I eat a lot of rice, veggies, turkey, and chicken. Okay, so mostly vegan and animal, right? So I'm guessing no dairy, right? No cow milk, I'm guessing, no milks, no cheeses. Because definitely turkey and chicken are not vegan. They are the actual animal for sure. But that's awesome that you're, getting a lot of this like healthy, good food, in the body. And have you noticed, y'all, like the more I am with nature, right? Whether I'm physically in the ocean or I am drinking water, I feel better. I feel better than if I am in a building all day with fluorescent lights drinking Diet Coke. My body doesn't know how to be a human in that environment. It literally doesn't. It is against our human nature to be in those environments and to put things in our bodies that are not natural. It's just not. It's like always, right? So I'm getting ready. I'm so excited, y'all. I'm getting ready to start a cleanse. I'm waiting for it to arrive. And it's like super plant medicine based. Like it floods the system with so many plant-based nutrients, and it also gets, I just read one of the comments. Thank you, Pro Turtle. My hair is very energetic today. I can see it. It's literally out to here. It's like the width of my face off of me. But anyway, I'm starting this cleanse, and it's going to flood my body with extremely light foods, like plants, organic, grown in like extremely nutrient rich soil. Flood the body with all of these nutrients at the same time using plant medicine to remove glyphosate from my body, which glyphosate is put in all of the products like wheat. It's the Roundup. It's the stuff that your neighbor puts on their dandelions because they don't want to pull the dandelion and get it out by hand, not knowing that by them spraying the dandelion with Roundup that it's actually even killing a bee or 2 or 10, right? Because people don't want to have weeds in their perfect yard. They spray a chemical that goes into the water. So it goes into the food that we eat and to the water we drink. So anyway, so this cleanse removes the glyphosate, the Roundup from the body. And it's going to be a parasite cleanse, a colon cleanse, all these things. And I still get to eat food. I'm just going to be eating more fruits and veggies than ever before. And I'm already like attuning to the plants that I'm getting ready to ingest. Like I can already feel the frequency of them. I'm very excited. But sometimes we just need a good old cleanse, a good old immersion. It's like going camping. You go camping for 3 days. When you come back to like real life, you feel different than if you just went outside for 5 minutes. Lauren, yeah, I'm really excited about this cleanse. It's not that intense. It's really not. It's 30 days and it's really not. I'll send you the information if you like. If anyone's interested in the information about this cleanse, let me know. Like I'm going to be starting it really soon. I have quite a few people that are going to be doing it with me because the more the merrier, and because it's filling up with all this plant life and supplements and shakes and juices that are so plant dense, I will be holding more light in my body so that when these waves come in, I'm already holding a lot of light. So it's not going to be as much of a potentially uncomfortable situation, right? If I'm already holding a lot of light, then what's a little bit more? But if I'm holding a lot of junk food, holding a lot of density, holding a lot of like negative thoughts, holding on to the past with judgment, feeling a lot of inner turmoil, I'm holding on to more darkness than literally light. It feels heavier. So then you flood me with light and whew, it can be felt big time. Yeah, Lauren, I'll send you that for sure. Alan says, planning on eating more veggies, working with a dietitian, herbal teas, and decaf coffee. Can't have dairy right now. Working on drinking more fluids consistently. Yes, that right there. And to that point, Alan, check this out. So the more I am, the more I attract like me, right? Like attracts like. Opposites also attract, but it's a whole other system. Anyway, so think about Alan here, right? Alan's eating more vegetables. He's drinking herbal tea. So he's got plant medicine from the herbal tea, turmeric, ginger, anti-inflammatory, life-giving, heating, nourishing, right? Decaf coffee. So now his brain isn't working overboard. His adrenals aren't spazzing out because he's not over caffeinating himself. So now Alan's going to have a healthier body. He's drinking more liquid. So now any of the stuff that he doesn't want to have in his body is literally going to come out easier. So now Alan is going to continually be, as long as he keeps this up, holding more light in his body. Okay? He's going to feel better. He's going to have more energy. He's going to want to be more, do more, be better, show up more, and not beating himself up because he didn't, because he doesn't, because he didn't. So now Alan's feeling better. Alan is literally holding more light in his body. So what's Alan's life going to be like? He's going to attract more light holding people to him. So now when Alan goes to apply for, say, a job somewhere, people want to have light beings around them. People who are light and vibrant and full of energy and life force. People want to be around that. So like it literally pays to take care of our bodies with nature. I dated a guy one time, y'all, that was really good at drinking alcohol. Really good at it. And I was with him all the time, so I didn't notice this until a friend of mine pointed out that he was gray. He was about the color of my shirt. He had no color to his skin. He was graying out because he was not nourishing himself with any light foods. And not only that, and he was poisoning himself. And so his body couldn't actually process any just regular daily toxins, let alone all the alcohol. My friends didn't want to be around him. He didn't feel good. I didn't want to be around him, although I loved him. So much drama. So the more we take more plants into us, flood yourself. That's why I want to do this cleanse. It's going to literally be a flooding so that my body is going to reach a normal state that's going to hold more light than what it normally would. Travis, I can totally send you information on the cleanse as well. I would love for y'all to do it with me. Seriously, the more, the better. Because then we all supporting each other, I'm really excited. Yes, Travis, I don't know if you've sent me a Facebook friend request. If you haven't, will you? My last name is Ritz, like the cracker. You'll find my mother is on the comments. You can friend her too, but I'll be the other one with the hair that looks like me. Alan says, Roberta says cirrhosis of the liver. Oh yeah, I think he stopped drinking now. I hope so. Oh yeah, literally like dying. We die from alcohol. It's a different kind of spirit, that alcohol. It's not the same. Alan says, I do go to the gym 3 times a week and have an online yoga class weekly, drink a rich protein shake. I hear what you're saying about the healthy diet enabling us to give off good positive energy. Yes. And with the protein shakes, check this out, y'all. Here's a little note. A lot of the more the easier, Charles says. Check this out. So a lot of protein shakes have whey protein in it, right? So it's cow derived. 9 times out of 10, or 9 times out of 9. So a lot of protein shakes and protein bars have whey protein. It's a high source of protein. It also is dairy based, comes from the cow. Not only that, it's the waste when they are milking, and there's this like liquid layer that kind of comes to the top. You know this if you've ever had yogurt, right? And all the like the liquid comes to the top. That's the whey protein part. So usually just stir it back in. Some people pour it off. Oftentimes they'll just take that and put it in protein shakes. You know, I think a lot of people don't know that there are multitudes of proteins out there to get like super high protein consumption, plant-based, between pea protein, soybean protein, as long as it's organic, non-GMO, and all different types of ways to get protein so that you don't even have to use whey protein. It's pretty cool. Roberta says, I need a cleanse. Yeah, if you want to jump on this with me, let me know. Yeah, you get like all these, you get everything, like you order it and you get all the stuff that you would need, and you would still buy your food because it's not a cleanse where you don't eat. You still eat on this cleanse. You just make different choices. Like the first 10 days, you actually start taking out the things that you won't be eating the rest of the month. So like you would take out the caffeine, you take out the cow, the animal products, sugar, alcohol, tobacco, stuff like that. So let me know if y'all want to do it. I'm taking another sip. I always forget that it's the citrus, and it tastes so good, but it like gets the back of my jaws. Anyway, so what other ways can we get back in touch with nature so that we can continue to hold more light? Because yes, that's a great one, Alan. The Vega, whatever you want to call it, protein powder. That's a great one. And Sharon, there's a brand of protein powder that I use. It's called Epic. And I don't think there's any soy in that. I think it's a soy-free protein powder. Epic is the brand. And the raspberry one is really good because that's collagen in it that's bamboo based. So it's not even from cows or marine animals. So what other ways can we get back in touch with nature? What other ways can we use nature to support the light that we are made to hold? Anybody have any examples? Because it's kind of important. So we're going to be getting another little wallop from the sun, maybe today or tomorrow. I forgot. I think it went poof off the sun yesterday. So I think it's going to be more like tomorrow. Anyway, the sun is being real active, and the sun is going through its own like change. So it's like shooting out more CMEs, coronal mass ejections, right? Poof. So every time it does that and it's aimed at the earth, or if it's like a jet stream, if the jet stream kind of carries it over to the earth, we're going to feel it. So the more attuned to the earth that I am, the more easy I will be able to integrate everything. Oftentimes when we're more connected with the earth, with plants, we not only have, we tend to have a higher rate of intuition, right? Because our gut is healthier and our third eye is more clear. Yes. Charles says, it helps me to get back to nature by helping nature out. Yeah, plant something, clean something, etc. Yes, we're going to have a litter pickup this afternoon today here on campus. Just like, let's just pick up all the litter, y'all. And it feels good. It feels good, one, to physically move the body, bend over, pick things up, and it feels good to like help the earth out. It feels so good, definitely. And then, we're helping the earth out. We're being of service. It's living in any altruistic way is going to help our mind. It opens our mind up to new possibilities. It forms more love and compassion in our hearts. And when we do that, our body starts to heal itself so much faster than if you have like a lot of hate and judgment in your heart. It's not really in your heart, it just surrounds it and projects. Anyway, Lauren says, dancing and moving the body. That's a great way to get back in touch with the nature of you. Yes. Thank you for that. So often I feel like we don't remember that we are nature. We think that we're just human. So we are more nature than not. In fact, we're all nature, 110%, right? So get back in touch with you, move your body, like get in a pool and see what floating feels like float, but feel what floating feels like. When you go into the water, feel what it feels like to dunk your head and to let your body move and come back up. Let your body dance. Like get back in touch with you, your divine human nature. What other ways can we get back in touch with nature to hold more light? That's another thing too about holding more light. When we dance and move our bodies, we alchemize any density. So like we might sweat a little bit, right? You may have like a big spiritual connection. You may just feel really good and alive, whatever that looks like. You literally will hold more light in your body. I used to go dancing a lot. And then at the end of the night, I would sometimes grab a piece of pizza at Fuel Pizza, or not. The next day, I would feel so good if I didn't get the piece of pizza because I was still holding all the light from dancing and being in all that joy. But when I got the pizza, because it was wheat and dairy and GMO and sugar-based everything, my body had to dull down the light to process the chemicals that I was putting in it. And I get it. Like nobody at the end of the night is like, I just been to my dancing. I want to drink a juice. But maybe that would be the best. The other night, I'd been fasting Saturday from like 1 o'clock until about 2 o'clock on Sunday. And I was drinking mostly water, some herbal tea. And then I drank a kombucha because I was like, I really want to eat. I really wanted to eat, but my body didn't want to eat. My habitual nature wanted to eat. And I was like, nah. So I drank kombucha. Yes. Alan says, basically get out every sunny day and get as much sun as possible on my face and body. Yes. Yes. That is such a beautiful way to hold more light. We hold light in our skin. We know that because our body reacts to the sun. We get darker. Our skin makes melanin. It's because we're holding light in it. Yes. What other ways can we get back in touch with nature? What other ways can we use nature to hold more light in our body? Breathe. Breathe. I know if you live here in North Carolina and maybe in some other spots, the pollen is legit. So if we get another rainy day, go out right after the rain. Go out during the rain. Big, big breaths, especially if you have like allergies or whatever. Do it when it's raining. Right after a rain, the air is totally different. It's charged ionically from a totally different place. And when you breathe that in, it has big healing properties. And even if you're like, whatever, I just want to breathe regular outside, just breathe big breaths, remembering that you are the respirator of the earth's air. Like your inhales and exhales support life on earth, not just yours, but all the plants upon it. There's something kind of humbling to that, and something kind of like, well, it feels really good then to go outside and breathe and to play. And something else that is a great way to hold more light in your body, y'all. Laughter. Laugh, 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 please. Seriously, when we laugh, our body chemically changes. Not when I laugh, when I laugh, I produce serotonin, dopamine. I produce all types of feel-good hormones. Those hormones move through my body almost like that sun wave that hit, except now I created it from the inside out. So now I start to heal myself. I heal my mind because while I'm laughing and having a good time, I'm not thinking about paying the bills or whatever's stressing me out. My body is relaxed because I'm like jiggling around laughing, super healthy, and it relaxes and releases a lot of tight muscles. And it expands our spirit, it expands our energy field. Laughter is big medicine, y'all, especially down on the cellular level. Like when we start looking at DNA shifts when we laugh. I'm going to start going deeper into genes and genetics and DNA and all that stuff more over the next few weeks because it's my jam and I've been diving into it more, and whatever it is I'm studying, I tend to just like share more. So putting that out there. Hey, good morning, Kim. She says, accepting where I am will hold more light. Yes, letting go of getting in my own way or being judgmental. Yes, the nature of our highest self, right? When you think about your highest self, you can think about your soul, your spirit, your God self, your goddess self, the bigger part of you. When you let that be the mind that you listen to, you really begin to accept who and where you are. When I accept who and where I am, right? My mind starts to calm down. I get more clear headed. My body starts to relax. The stress hormones start to drop. My spirit expands because I've gotten back in touch with the nature of me, the bigger part of me, right? The spirit part of me. So glad you mentioned that. Thank you. Yes, Lauren says, I love to laugh. It feels crazy good, doesn't it? I love it so much. And Alan says, I don't laugh very often. You know, I go in waves, Alan. There have been times when I haven't laughed a lot. And it's because I'm so focused on trying to get things done. You know, I'm looking for a job. I'm looking for an opportunity. I got to do this. I have the things. I'm more in my mind than in my joyful heart. And just be able to laugh at the human nature of me, you know, like oftentimes, like if I really need a laugh, and this is going to sound self-deprecating at first, but it's really not. But like I'll stand in a mirror and just look at myself and start to laugh. I'm not laughing and making fun of like at all. Like it's not my jam. But I laugh out of joy that like I chose this body. Like really, I chose this hair. You know, I chose this voice that sounds only this way to me, and when I hear it recorded, it always sounds different. You know, like it's just funny. It's just funny that I would choose a body that's kind of big, gets really dark, super textured hair, when, you know, some of my family is like blonde, blue-eyed, fair, you know, all that I would literally choose the form that would be the different one. And I just laugh at that because it's funny, because it's prepared me for where I am now to be okay with all that I am. So I say, you know, try to find something to laugh at, you know, start laughing and start laughing at laughing. Laugh at what laughter sounds like. Listen to laughter. See if you can just force yourself to laugh at first and just see what it morphs into. Laughter is medicine, and that is definitely part of nature. We don't share laughter in nature, like in the media and stuff. We don't see it that often, or we're watching people like that are watching the show laugh, like, oh, on cue, they all laugh, the audience laughs. But laughter, like laugh until you're like snotting and crying. Yes, Kim says, sounds like you and yourself have an inside joke. Yes. Yeah, so are you, Mom. You are also unique and special. We all are, y'all. Laugh at the uniqueness of each of us, right? And the collective of us. Laugh as much as you can and get back in touch with nature, the nature of you, the nature of the earth, the nature of the plants. Send me a message if you're interested in information or joining me on this cleanse. I'm excited to hold more light in my body and get any of the density out that I've just been carrying over the years of unhealthy choices. So I love you all so much. Keep taking care of you. Keep taking care of each other. And I will see you all tomorrow night for expansions, which I'm really excited about because I'm riding a wave of what we talked about today. So it'll kind of go into tomorrow, maybe about light and nature. So, anyway, I love you all, and I will see you all then. Take care, y'all.